Welcome back to Spider-Man 2 for the PC. Last time we stopped Rhino and Doc Ock took him off to somewhere. This time we're going to do side missions in the open world, which does exist. Here's one of the escaped convicts. They count as collectibles. They're hidden everywhere. No, we're not getting them all. Never. So the most frequent side mission is jump through all the red rings before time runs out. Now, these missions can be fun in the other Spider-Man games because of the free swinging. But you don't have that here. And when you do try to use the swinging, as I'm about to illustrate, the game has a habit of glitching out and just throwing you all over the place, which makes any kind of time trial excessively frustrating. It's really a shame because the zipping portion of Spider-Man's mobility I can totally get behind. Being able to zip onto any solid surface, that's kinda cool. Especially since you don't need to be, like, at a specific point in the air to do it. You can just do it from anywhere. You don't really seem to get any rewards for doing the side missions. They're just there for fun, I guess. You can 100% the game, but I doubt anybody would ever do that because it's frustrating. I mean, we're certainly not going to 100% it. I'm sorry to get your hopes up. At the very least, I intend to show off enough of the side content that you get a good grasp of what they were going for. Hiding collectibles and missions around the city is not a bad idea, and it shows that they at least tried, even if this is weird, and everything about this game is weird and wrong. But yes, it was my duty to show off that although people say this game isn't open world, it most certainly is, and you can roam around the city freely. You even unlock new areas the further you go, which is kind of pointless since you're probably just going to do all the missions in a row. There are some missions that actually involve helping people, like there's a mission that I can never find where you're supposed to rescue a woman who's gotten her purse stolen. I mean, I guess you're technically rescuing her purse. But you're supposed to get her purse back from a thug, and that's an actual Spider-Man-ish mission, and I can never find it after the first time I saw it. People say a lot of this game's flaws come from trying to make it more kid-friendly, and I guess I can see why people would think that, but I think this game is too weird for that to be what they were going for. A lot of the game is very obtuse in spite of the simplistic control scheme and lack of difficulty. Oh, that white thing around our UI means there's a hidden spider. There's 78 hidden spiders, and no, we're not finding all of those either, Jesus. There's 78 of them, are you kidding me? There's no map for the world either, so finding them is even more frustrating. But yeah, you know, let's get back to the main story. There's a giant glowing marker over there, since we don't have a world map, so let's go head over to that. Oh, when you press jump at the very top of your swing, you do a high jump, and it plays a weird magic sound. Whatever.
Peter, thank you for taking time out of your school day to come to the bank with me.
It's my pleasure, Aunt May. I'll make some time to study later.
I hope you don't spend too much time cutting classes.
Of course not. I'm a model student. Sorry, I don't feel well. Will you excuse me?
Of course, honey. I'll be right here.
First things first, gotta find Aunt May. They couldn't have taken her far. I'll check behind those teller windows.
Aunt May is right near the start of this mission, but we have to clear out all the thugs near her before she'll talk to us. Otherwise she just stays cowering in the corner.
Hey! Apparently police work in this city is not what it once was. I suppose I shouldn't be rude, though. Thank you for your help, Spider-Man.
Look for one of our security guards, Spider-Man. They have keys that'll help you get down to the vault.
So all of the missions are fairly linear, but several of them also have hidden collectibles and objectives. This one is no exception.
Thanks, Spider-Man.
Also, even when we rescue some of the hostages, they still keep their hands up in the air like they're being held up. Some of the best parts of this game are the pathfinding. For example, we need to find our way into that room, but it's locked. So we're going to go in the room 2 doors over and climb over the cubicles so we can get in there and rescue the security guard. The pathfinding is the best part of this game.
Thanks, Spider-Man. Doc Ock's on his way to the basement, but he broke the door when he forced it open. There's another way to the basement, but it won't be easy. Look for the security guard stuck on the 2nd floor behind the security doors. He'll help you from there. Take this key card and use it to access our security room. From there, you can open the 2nd floor doors.
Security guard stuck on the 2nd floor. Got it.
I am glad they got Toby to voice act for this weird abandonware PC game. But, he sounds like he's really out of it. Like, he doesn't want to be here at all. Also, here's another hidden spider. If there's an open door and it doesn't lead to your objective, chances are there's something hidden in it. Like, for some reason, this soda machine spat out spider coins. And if we collect them all, we get a point bonus. Not that that matters, but I told you I would show off what they were going for. I used to say that there are no bad 3D Spider-Man games, that one hasn't been made yet. And I stood by that until I found this game, and now I'm not sure. Because although I don't think this game is terrible, and it's definitely playable and enjoyable, I don't know if I would call it good.
Thanks,
And I really did enjoy Amazing Spider-Man 2, even though everyone seemed to hate it. The game, I mean, not the movie. The movie really was that awful.
Give me the key code.
I am surprised at how awful that movie was. I believe because of that movie, all of the Amazing Spider-Man sequels and merchandising are cancelled, so I won't get my sequel to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game either. And that sucks, because it ended on a cliffhanger and I really wanted to see what happened next. I was going to complain about this level not having any music in it, but there's very faint elevator music that you couldn't possibly hear. For some reason, the adrenaline punch sound effects are very loud, but nothing else is. Here's a new enemy type, but we don't get to talk about it because we kill it in one hit.
Spider-Man.
Is there a shortcut to the basement?
Look for the elevator on the 1st floor, then take it to the basement. You'll need this key code to get into the elevator.
I definitely think a lot of the hatred for this game came because people were expecting the console version when they bought the PC version. And I mean, why wouldn't you? The PC version for the first game was identical to the console version, and the console version received accolades. It is the most like Spider-Man game. So why make something completely different for PC? Well, I'm usually perfectly okay with that. I'm glad they made something different. I like when different games are made for different platforms, but, I can still see why the average consumer would be upset. Because it wasn't just the post-release hype for the game, the pre-release hype was also enormous. And if you looked at the front of the box, the only difference between the two boxes is that this one has an E rating on it. This new enemy type can block way harder than the other enemies, so we can't jump kick to break their block. So we have to use webbing to stun them before we hit them.
Thanks, Spider-Man. Doc Ock is in the precious metals vault. I don't have the code, but my partner does. He's locked in the cash vault. This code will get you in there.
Alright, so we're about to go face Doc Ock, and that boss fight should be better than the Rhino boss fight, right? Well, yes and no. It is better in some ways and worse in others. It may be worse in more. I'm not sure if I would call this the worst Spider-Man game. It may be the worst 3D Spider-Man game, though. I can probably give it that.
Thanks. Doc Ock is in the other vault, the precious metals vault. This key code will let you in.
You know, I don't mean to be a nitpick, but some music, even if they just recycled it from the first movie game or even from the PS1 games, That would have made this a lot better.
What do you want with diamonds, Ock? Your kind of ugly goes deeper than jewelry can fix.
This is my business, Spider-Man. I warn you not to interfere.
So do you guys like Simon Says? Because half of this boss fight is Simon Says. And they reuse this mechanic more than once. In theory, the actual fighting part of this boss fight isn't so bad. You wait for Doc Ock to swing his tentacles at you, and then while they're stuck, you punch him in the face. The problem with this is that he doesn't telegraph that very well. Also, sometimes he electrocutes the room because Banks can do that or something. Also, he has virtually no health.
Let's get out of here. Come on, lady, you're riding with us.
Help, Spider-Man.
I'll have to catch up with Ock later. Can't let them take Aunt May. More gray vans. Ock sure knows how to travel in style. Poor Aunt May. I hope she's okay.
We have to shoot out all 4 tires on the van with our webbing, but even if we don't succeed, the van makes a 180-degree turn and drives toward us for some reason. So whatever.
Hey, that sweet lady in there was somebody's aunt.
You wanna play rough, huh?
Thank you, Spider-Man. That's twice in one day you've saved me. Maybe I misjudged you. Have you seen my nephew, Peter?
Don't worry, ma'am. I'm sure he's just fine.
Watch it, can't you fly or something? Spider-Man, again? Why are you stalking me?
When you bump into pedestrians, they do have funny things to say, which I think is better than Spider-Man 3 for the PS2 already, where they do nothing. I'm not saying this game is better than Spider-Man 3 for the PS2, God no.
Don't you have spider sense or whatever?
But at least the pedestrians do something. Anyway, that's it for now, and oh god, I don't feel like doing this. I'll see you guys next time.